That's number one.
Health insurance to people who didn't have it because it is their right to be healthy, because it's important to be healthy, so therefore they should be given to it. What about starving people? Should everybody eat? Should everybody have a house? Should everybody have a car? Should everybody have cable? So is a house and health and food important, but cable and something else is not? Because you really do need cable to really survive in this country. I mean, people without cable internet or cable TV are not really well informed. They're not really doing well. And you do need a vehicle to get around because it's important.
Against this war at a time when
Is
it was very
need
unpopular.
right?
And I was risking my political career because I was in the middle of a U.S. Senate race. Now, those are, I think, the kinds
Congratulations, Obama. You've been elected by the USSR.
People are looking for right now.
Oh, I'm sorry, that no longer
that's
exists.
the kind of experience I bring to bear to this race. I just want to make one last comment. I think Hillary Clinton deserves credit for having worked on health care.
I love you, you love me, I love you, suck my cock, I love you, kill him.
He feels that he put out
I love you, you love me.
Hillary put something out.
Oh, Hillary. Hillary. I'm an outsider. The Clinton administration was the greatest thing ever. We never sold nukes to North Korea because they promised to use it for air conditioning and nuclear power. I laugh at everything now. Somebody told me that I'm not appealing to the American public. Some of my handlers, like John Edwards handlers who tell him to do this when he talks, have told me that I should laugh because I look like a cold ice princess. Mr. Obama, you don't look like an outsider. You don't sound like an outsider.
You talk about running for President of the United States. In 1980, your condo business went bankrupt.
Correct.
In 2004, you filed for $85,000 in credit bills.
He was out in the workforce.
How can someone who did not take care of his business, could not manage his own personal finances, say that he's capable of managing the country?
Well, first off, if you want to make a judgment of who can be the greediest people in the world when they get to public office, you can just look at the people up here. Many of them done very, very well in public office. I left the Senate no better than when I went in.
You mean like Hillary Clinton, whose brother
Trump has been bankrupt 100
got
times.
money and she started pardoning people as she and Bill were leaving the White House?
Who did I bankrupt?
Like New Square in New York?
The credit card companies with $90,000 worth of bills, and they deserved it because I used the money. They deserved it, and I used the money to finance the empowerment of the American people with a national initiative, so you can make the laws. Now, Tim, let me just point one thing out. You're asking about special interest.
You've made your point. You've made your point.
Well, I wanted to make a better point.
Let me leave it at that, because I got to give everyone a chance. Congressman Kucinich, when you were mayor of Cleveland, you let Cleveland go into bankruptcy. The first time that happened since the Depression. The voters of Cleveland rewarded you by throwing you out of office and electing a Republican mayor of Cleveland. How can you claim that you have the ability to manage the United States of America when you let Cleveland go bankrupt?
You know, Tim, that was NBC's story. Now I want the people to know what the real story was.
Yes.
I took a stand on behalf of the people of Cleveland.
You took a stand?
To save a municipal electric system. The banks and the utilities in Cleveland, the private utilities, were trying to force me to sell that system. And so on December 15th, 1978, I told the head of the biggest bank, when he told me I had to sell the system in order to get the city's credit renewed, that I wasn't going to do it because,
of course,
I remember
as a member of the government, I believe that I own that company.
Pay the utility bills.
I don't believe that companies have a right to operate. I'm the government. How dare they tell me what to do? I'm making a stand for government and big government. I'm the goddamn government. These fucking assholes want to come in here and tell me when and what I can do. I'm the government.
Municipal electric system that the banks demanded that I sell, and I showed the ability to stand up for the people. You know, my
How do you show the ability? You ignored the consumer. You ignored your constituents, and you went bankrupt.
For that reason, 96, it was
you want to be the almighty and powerful arm of the government. How dare a consumer tell you that your electric and gas, or whatever the name of the company was, actually need to make a profit. Electric and gas for people are more important than the consumers actually bringing it to you. Let's bankrupt him and the entire city.
As this story gets told,
bye-bye,
they
John.
want me to be their next president because they'll see in me not only the ability to take a stand, but the ability to live with integrity. Thank you.
Governor Richardson, you talk about your experience, and yet when you were the Secretary of Energy, there were security breaches at Los Alamos. You talked about Justice White being your favorite Supreme Court justice, someone who voted against Roe v. Wade. New Mexico.
Roe v. Wade is not constitutional.
In terms of people below the poverty line.
I personally am for abortion.
Children below the poverty line.
I think women should have the right to do it, but I don't think
it's
allowed within the law.
Is a choice.
I don't care if homosexuals get married. I would love for them to get married, but I don't think that there's room in the law for it.
Questionable.
And I'm a man of the law.
How can you tell people you've experienced to be president?
I've been in public life 25 years.
And I don't think you can just legislate whatever you want. We get our laws from the Constitution and precedents.
I make mistakes.
If you don't have precedents, you can't make it up out of thin air.
The issue is, do I deliver? I mean, your network covered me 5 months ago when I brought back the remains of 5 of our
I'm going to attack NBC because Kucinich did.
Soldiers.
Because Kucinich said, that was the NBC story, I'm going to tell you what happened, and now you're going to say,
turn down their nuclear
that's what you said and you gave me, because I'm just going to steal from
Kucinich.
Kucinich.
Today, Mexico's the sixth fastest growing economy. I've insured kids under 12. Those statistics...
with what money have you insured them? With their parents? Or you've done it?
Created a balanced budget.
Daddy
New Mexico is the clean energy state. No one ever questioned me that I deliver when I brought back American hostages and servicemen from Iraq, from Saddam Hussein, from the North Koreans, from Darfur. I got a fragile ceasefire. I've received 4 Nobel Peace Prize nominations.
Ooh, Nobel Peace Prize. There's something to admire.
I've made mistakes.
Isn't Rush Limbaugh nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize?
But
I sure you want to hold the same stage with him? Look it up. He's been nominated. Oh, yeah.
You asked
he has mugs and everything.
She's a candidate.
You want to be on the same stage with him?
Senator Obama, a fresh voice for change. With Bill Richardson, you get both.
I hate the word change.
And experience. That's what I am conveying to the
I've managed to straddle the sideline of the fence because I can play politics well. Ball out of the park. Change and experience. Because I'm going to change my mind, and I've experienced changing my mind many, many times for the people.
Energy policy, what I've done for my state. I'm the only one who has negotiated with a foreign country here. I believe I have the best of both to be this president.
I'd like to go to Allison.
He is president of this country.
For another question.
Thanks, Ted. The issues surrounding gay rights have been hotly debated here in
We don't have gays in this country.
For example,
Give me their address.
last year,
I'm a normal insane individual.
Lexington, Massachusetts,
If I got a noose,
outraged to learn their
they go to
children's
Jenna.
teacher had read a
I need a
story
noose and I got to find me a
about
homosexual.
same-sex marriage.
What? Did I say
about
something
a
wrong?
prince who marries another prince.
Is this on?
Same-sex marriage is legal in Massachusetts, but most of you oppose it. Would you be comfortable having this story read to your children as part of their school curriculum? I'm going to start with Senator Edwards.
Yes, absolutely. What I want my children to understand everything about
How dare Ann Coulter call me a faggot?
Gay and lesbian couples.
I just want to introduce homosexual legislation to children. It's time that they learn about cocksucking early.
And I suspect my
This
two
is
younger
a pedophile idea run by
Jack,
NAMBLA.
who's 7, will reach the same conclusion that my daughter Kate, who's 25, has reached, which is she doesn't understand why her dad is not in favor of same-sex marriage.
Are the teachers' union in bed with NAMBLA? Or NAMBLA, whatever they're called.
Why
would you teach children about straight
sex? So I
sex?
want to make that decision on behalf of my children. I want my children to be able to make that decision on behalf of
Why is
themselves.
it that teachers don't get called out for sleeping with their students? It's because a lot of them recently are females?
Second grade might be a little tough, but even in second grade, to be exposed to all those possibilities. Because I don't want to impose my view.
Can we wait till 8th grade? Do we have to get them that young?
My family or my children, as my wife Elizabeth has spoken her own mind on this issue.
I sent my wife Aunt Elizabeth to attack Ann Coulter and Mrs. Hillary.
But what I will do
and just like Barack Obama sends out his wife to attack Hillary because I can't do it on my own. Because I'm a coward, I'm a pussy, I'm a yellow belly, and I'm a faggot.
Or available to same-sex couples.
John Edwards, are you indeed a faggot? Ooh, the thumb! The thumb!
That we get rid of Don't Ask, Don't Tell, which is wrong today, was wrong when it was enacted.
You want to destroy the military, don't you? What's wrong with Don't Ask, Don't Tell?
It needs a serious effort to deal with the discrimination that exists.
Where would you house homosexuals in the military? Would they have their own barracks? Would you house men and women in the same barracks? No.